Based on yesterday's analysis, we were able to determine that BTC would be reaching targets of about 85,946, of which we got targets on the top side here of just about 86,092. So very, very, very close to the target that we were determining here using some very, very simplistic strategies, guys. Among that, we also talked about XRP's higher probability of reaching the targets of around $2.17, so 217.08. And as you can see here, guys, we are right at that target as we speak right now, and we are in fact getting ready to potentially push above it. But we got to get to know some things here, because there could be I'm not going to say that it is going to happen, right? But I got to say that there could be a reason here to face some type of liquidity trap. It could be a bull trap. It could be all kinds of things like that, guys. So welcome back to the channel, everybody. Please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is ARCa. Let's go ahead and get this thing started here, guys. Okay, so XRP on the 8-hour time frame. Is it going to be running up? Is it going to be running down? Well, I think we're better off looking at things from the more immediate short term, guys. Remember that I am running on fumes here on people's entries, right, for the ARCa's Masters course, guys. This is going to be a live mentorship with me live up for 8 weeks for $100, guys. Make sure to hit the link right actually on the top right hand side of your screen, guys. I'll go ahead and put it up right there, guys. That's not something I usually do. So for $100, 8-week mentorship live with me, and yeah, be about it, guys. I'm pretty sure I already exceeded the number, so I'm going to see how many more seats I can get in, as there are limited seats for Discord and the private communities. But go ahead and participate here, guys, and we'll get you enrolled. Okay, guys. So anyway, yes, 5-minute time frame is what we're going to start with here for XRP. We're going to be observing volatility versus momentum. Remember, volatility here is your dispersion of returns, and what you can use volatility for is your, I guess, your market participants, right? So should we be expanding like this, that means that there is pressure in participation in the market that is higher at a higher frequency than the prior time frames. So what gives you the bias for I guess a directional bias, it would be stochastic momentum in this case. Okay, guys, so kind of heads up on that as we move along in the analysis. Okay, guys, so yeah, very nice push of stochastic momentum upside here, right? And now we're actually kind of contracting and potentially facing some downside. And not even to mention that this 5-minute time frame, sure, it looks like it's declining, right? So good. We have downside in the 5-minute. Let's find out how much we have, though, right? Okay, great. Expansion happening here in the 10-minute time frame. Downside on that 10-minute as well. All right, same situation here with a 15-minute time frame. In fact, we're just getting a little bit of lashback right now, because it is really near or very close to the prior bar's low. So the last 15-minute bar, that's right where it is. I assume here that we just closed it. That we close the 30-minute, and we are decompressing towards the bottom half of the prior bar. Yeah, so that's currently what's sort of happening at the very moment now, right? So that does present a little bit of an opportunity, but I don't know, right? We're going to have to go ahead and observe here some of the higher probability targets for that downside. Let's see. It could be here, right? It could be right about here. We're going to narrow this down just like always, guys. We're going to put the receipts on just like always. Right. So if it is a 30-minute time frame of downside here, since we are retracing towards that 50% of the prior bar, since remember that you're getting a 60 to 70% probability of getting a 30 to 50% prior bar retrace. We're already at that 30% zone, and we are bouncing towards the upside. Now, when we're bouncing towards the upside, you got to be careful with this, right? It's not often that it means that we're just done with the downside and we're on the way up and we're good to go. No, that actually means that we could be on the validation process of prior supports now converted into resistances. Okay, so we got to watch out for things like that as well. Okay, guys, so yeah, should we be facing further downside here? I'm going to go ahead and put these the receipts here, and we should be good to go. Okay, guys, so now the next thing that we want to observe here would be the hourly, right? Because check this out, your 30-minute time frame is indicating just, a massive upside bias here, and it is very much fired off. It did very much fire off a signal as volatility and the moving average are now piercing that 15% of critical contraction. Great. Okay, so Well, let's look at the hourly time frame, right? So the hourly time frame did get a new close as well, and check this out, right? Massive contraction here, and there is a very nice and very convincing upside posturing on the stochastic momentum indicator, which means that we are getting a potential upside here, seeing that we can retrace about 30 to 50% of the hourly bar, which we pretty much have already done. Okay, guys. So should this be the opportunity, hold off, right? Just make sure that you are practicing safely here. And I say that because we are very much in a zone here of critical inflection, guys. Okay, so what I mean by that is that if we take this onto a new chart and put ourselves in that hourly time frame again, well, there could be reason here to observe resistance all the way through these pivots as well, right? So it's better to put this thing on a larger time frame, but I mean, actually, even a smaller one, maybe daily time frame. Yeah, daily time frame is doing it, right, guys? Check it out. As we're observing here, many resistance levels right above us is your prior day's high. A lot of bull traps can happen at that zone there, so we have to be careful. Now, what is the indicator indicating, right, guys? So, well, let's go ahead and take a look at, actually, you know what? Let's take a look at Alpha Light. And, oh, well, guess what? Is still suggesting from the signal that we got yesterday that it's still on that buy signal, right? So respecting that buy signal, even still, we were observing the last buy signal. We were saying, man, how high can we go on this one? Well, we're on that path. So let's see how high we can take it, right, guys? Please remember to get yourself this algorithm as well. It is at a huge discount, and we are running out of those seats as well. So make sure to click on the description below, right, and you'll find the Alpha Light indicator there. And please remember to send your receipt, your proof of purchase, to arcabulls@gmail.com, and we'll go ahead and your TradingView username, of course, and we'll go ahead and assign that there for you right away. Okay, team. So yeah, that's currently my warning here, right, is that we are in an area that we could use for retraces, right? Should we have any others to consider? I guess maybe even your buy daily time frame, right? So your buy daily time frame here closed, your prior bar closed about 10 hours ago, and this could be that peekaboo, right, guys? There is still a little bit of room for us to even get a little bit of resistance here, then come back down and start observing potentials of entry within those areas there. Now, I know that I spoke of one, a local one here, did I? I didn't just yet, I guess. So let me go ahead and put down some targets right now and see if we can't get ourselves out of here quickly so that we can realize some of these opportunities, right? So, there is a very confluent area of support right in this zone here, right? We have that opening of this bar, the closing of this bar, and also the opening of this bar here. So all of that confluence, including these, gives it a higher probability for us to kind of reach, right? Of course, we have the low of our present buy daily candle right there as well. So yeah, you know what? I'm forced to take a look at that as very likely an opportunity for some type of positioning here, right, guys? So, okay, well, this is maybe marking it off a little as the higher likelihood side of things. So I'm just going to put this here for now as in a 213, 211.09, and a 209.23. Of course, this is a large area, guys, but of course, it's a large candle closure. We could still afford to pull back that 50% and continue. As you can see here, this bar actually did kind of bounce right off of that 50% of this bar and continue towards that upside. Very nice in there. Okay, team. So, yeah, you know what? I think that, what else can we put here, right, guys? I think, well, I got some news to share with you, and actually that's from JP Morgan, and it's part of the title. So check this out. Actually, it would be right over here. And yeah, so JP Morgan Chase just announced, so this is 24 hours awake, saying, and kind of retweeting or putting this information here from JP Morgan. So just announced that approval of XRP within the banking framework for payments and ex-employee. What has stated XRP will be priced between $7,500 and $10,000 in 3 to 4 months. Of course, I don't know that that's true. I don't like really talking about massive targets like that, but I felt that it was pertinent for us to even, at least mention here, right? So, man, I don't know. I'm just saying. So like people are asking for the source, people are saying to prove it, right? So I would love for you do some research on this and find out how true this can be, right? So that's gonna, I'm gonna put here the I'm gonna put the title, the thumbnail title, representing something like that. And of course, there's gonna be a whole bunch of people who are just thumbnail trading, right? Saying, why do you think it's gonna go to $10,000, dude? Obviously, you didn't watch the video. Anyway, guys, so yeah, make sure to hit that ATW in the chat right now. Should you have watched all the way to this point, I appreciate you so much for that, team. But yeah, remember to get your butts in the course for the mentorship program for beginners, charting and trading, and make sure to get your algorithm in the description below. Okay, guys, but I appreciate you so much. Let me know your thoughts, right? Because as of now, guys, I think that this could become a little bit of a trap here for the immediate short term. Maybe we get ourselves a pullback here down to these levels, and then we could kind of build from there, right? Because that kind of typically that happens all the time, guys, right? That does happen. We have a bunch of resistances here, and in reality, every one of these zones could be what are called liquidity sweep areas, so bull traps, right? We have to make sure that we can maintain strong enough momentum for us to not only break out of that, but maintain the momentum towards that upside. And seeing some of these larger time frames, like for example the 6 hour and the 8 hour and 6 hour, and those are kind of indicating a potential downside, right? And just it doesn't seem like a sell-off. It just seems like it's going to be some type of a short-term move. And I mean, by the way, I guess I could give you one more thing here, guys. We are in a measured move potential, which could be another little crayon and coloring book line opportunity, right, guys? Check it out. So this would be it right here. We're on a bull flag, and this is suggesting a topside target of about 225.87, guys. So yeah, 226 is right up in there, right? Reaching up to these areas here that are roughly 226.81 to maybe even 227.77, guys. But this is very likely having some upside momentum. So for now, I will say this, okay? Don't bet on your 226 just yet, because there could be a peekaboo of that prior buy daily bar high like we spoke of. So if there is some resistance at a higher bound, kind of expected within this area here, 216, 221.61, wow, to 223.63. Keep an eye on that zone right there, as there could be relative resistance here for the bulls, and you could very likely become trapped in that zone. Okay, guys, so yeah, heads up on this resistance, on these resistances right up here, and make sure to keep an eye on your pullback here from your peekaboo by daily prior bar high, right, guys? We're already making that peekaboo here, looking very good, and this could be that pullback zone in here. Okay, guys, not guaranteed whatsoever. This could definitely continue on to even new highs, maybe even 221, 222 before it pulls back, but that is what we're here to do, just to prepare and see how we can accommodate ourselves for the new zone, right, guys? And yeah, so this is just, you got to be careful in these situations, guys, because I promise you, you are now trading the middle of a zone here, right? And this is kind of what I mean right here, right? So you have the top of that green bar, low of this green bar, and your 50% area is located quite literally at 211, and that's the zone that we are talking about for potential retracement. So literally at 211.09, right, guys? So if there is any retracement, it would be to validate the 50% of this range here, and it would be the validation of the 30-minute prior bar, the buy hourly prior bar, the daily prior bar, 50%. Everything is confluent to this area here. So the next move would be contingent upon closing your daily candle. We would definitely have to close this daily candle that we're on right now, 14 hours and 30 minutes, at least above your prior bar's high. And the reason why is because your prior bar high has a lot of confluence here towards many other candles. And I know I said I was already kind of saying goodbye to you guys. I'm so sorry that I just jumped in and continued on this analysis here. I felt like I could give you some more validations here, guys. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Yeah, I feel like this can absolutely make a move here into some upper bounds, and we're just getting ready for that potential top side. And I still even see beyond target. I mean, targets beyond this area too, guys. Even beyond the 225, 226. So heads up on that, okay, team? If any questions, you know where to reach me. Make sure to get yourselves in the course and the algorithm, and we will speak very, 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 very soon. All right, team? Peace out, everybody. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, ever, 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 ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell on Monday. Adios, team. Oh, yeah.